I came to Texas Tech for a lot of different reasons, but I think first and foremost it was my parents. My parents always put a big focus on higher education and the importance of that. And I knew Texas Tech was a terrific university. My older brother Mark was also a student at Texas Tech, so I learned a lot from him and knew a lot of great things about the university from his time at Tech. And then thirdly was I felt that I wanted to get into a career that had a combination of art and business in it. And I wanted to explore that area. And I knew about the College of Media and Communication. I knew they had a terrific reputation. And I thought that advertising and marketing might be an area that I could explore and have as a career. I have a lot of really wonderful memories about Texas Tech. But I remember my junior and senior year, everything just started to click. It was a combination of the advertising classes that I was taking. It was working at the university paper. It was landing my internship in Los Angeles. There was a new level of confidence that was instilled in me by Texas Tech that made everything possible. I loved my time at Tech and I wouldn't trade it for anything. After Texas Tech, I came back to Los Angeles. And I came to Los Angeles without a job, without a place to live, and about 6 weeks worth of money to last before I had to go back home. I had a resume. I beat in a lot of different doors and interviewed a lot of different agencies, but couldn't find a job. Until I saw an ad in the Los Angeles Times classified section for a mailroom assistant at an advertising agency. But it happened to be one of the hottest advertising agencies in the country.
I met Craig in 2002, 2003, right around there. I was the mailroom supervisor at an ad agency called Delafemina McNamee, which is no longer around. Anyways, as the supervisor, I needed a mailroom assistant. The agency had about right around 300 people, and it was quite the task. I'd had an assistant prior to that after a long career in emergency medicine. And as the mailroom assistant, I needed somebody as my right-hand man. I had gone through application after application, and then I came across Craig's application. And the one thing that stood out made me realize right then I had to have this guy as my assistant. On the application, it said, and I quote, well, not really quote, but it said, Santa Claus at Peter Piper Pizza. And I knew then that I had to have this guy as my right-hand man.
I worked there for about 6 months and was promoted to account management. Having that experience then got me recruited to NW Air, where I worked on DoubleTree Hotels. From there I then jumped to Ketchum Advertising and worked on Acura cars and was responsible for over 100 different media plans across the country. I also had the opportunity to work on an award-winning pro bono campaign at Ketchum and did that work through the Los Angeles Advertising Club and presented at a national AAF competition and won that competition. After Ketchum, I worked at Davis Ellen, and at Davis Ellen I worked on a whole bunch of different accounts. Starting with Chief Auto Parts, had the opportunity to work with Troy Aikman as our national spokesperson. I also worked on the Los Angeles Kings and Los Angeles Galaxy, the hockey team and the soccer team. That work also led to opening up Staples Center in Los Angeles. I also worked on BMC software and launched a global campaign for BMC. I also moved BMC from the NASDAQ to the NYSE and got some really great exposure for the client and for my agency with that experience. At Davis Ellen, I also worked on the new Los Angeles Marketing Partnership, which was a coalition, a private public coalition that was put together by the mayor of Los Angeles at the time, Mayor Reardon, on the back of the Los Angeles riots. We had a lot of businesses that were leaving Los Angeles because of that. And this campaign was meant to bring businesses and tourism back to the city, and it was very successful. After Davis Ellen, I went to Praxis. And at Praxis, I had a senior role in a lot of different capacities, did a lot of new business development. The work that we did at Praxis then led to me opening up my own firm with one of the partners from Praxis. And we're about a year old now, but we're off to a terrific start.
12 years ago, Craig started out as an employee. Here, 12 years later, He's my business partner and a good friend. Craig is always focused on doing what's best for the client. Sometimes that's not what's best for us as a company, but the client is always going to get our best work and the most effort we can put into anything because Craig demands that. I think it's a trait that's pretty rare and one that has helped us achieve a level of success as an agency that I think otherwise we might not have.
We've got a great signature list of clients at Perceptive. We're working with UCLA, USC, Whittier Trust, which is one of the largest investment and wealth management firms in the country. We're working with the Palm Springs Convention and Visitors Bureau as another client. Just finished a huge project with Live Nation. Done some really terrific online work for Hulu. So overall, my career has, I think, gone in the right direction, and I can attribute a lot of the success that I've had directly back to my time at Texas Tech. To be honored by the College of Media and Communication means a great deal to me. To be amongst so many other outstanding alumni that have been honored in the past, I find to be humbling. And to be honored by the university that has given so much to me, I find to be humbling as well. To me, Texas Tech means more today than it ever has before. And I think that's not only about the award that I'm receiving, but I think it's about how much this university has grown. And it's about the students that I've met during my time at the advisory board. And it's having the opportunity to help other students reach and achieve their goals. That's what's most important to me. And I think it's also helped frame my career. It's the idea of not only doing great work, but doing great work for the greater good. And it's again back to the idea of at Texas Tech, from here anything is possible.